find out.
Awesome. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the stream.
Or
podcast, or whatever you want to classify us.
The thing we do.
Yeah, because, only us can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah.
Words.
No. Like always, I'm Will. That's Mike. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But we are back to a set schedule now. I know we've been talking about it the last couple of streams and podcasts that we've been having kind of like mix-max schedules, but we are back on a set time now. That should not change. We should be back to normal, or as normal can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll probably be Tuesday evenings now, being that I work early in the morning now.
But, which is great, because I know a lot of viewers were requesting for us to start doing things in the evening so that they can watch after work, which we are more than okay with, and we are happy to take that feedback from you guys.
Well.
So, well said, Mike.
Trademark.
The trademark meow.
Yeah. So, week and a half ago, right?
Roughly. Yeah, roughly week and a half now.
Pro Tour Eldritch Moon.
Pro Tour Eldritch Moon did happen. It was very, very eventful.
This is actually probably one of the better Pro Tours of late.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see it. I'm really excited.
I'm glad that I was, proven wrong that it was not 7 Bant Company decks in the top 8.
I agree. There was two Bang Cocos.
2.
But that's respectable, okay? The meta was not heavily
20% of the field?
25. 25% of the field.
I thought it was just under 20, and then it was like 17% was green black delirium.
No, it was like it was under 25%. I know that much.
And then green black delirium was like close second.
Yeah. So under 25% of the decks at the Pro Tour had Coco in it.
Yeah.
Period.
Oh, Coco period.
Yes. Yeah.
Bant Company was specifically 19.
Oh, okay. Well, still, I'm happy to see that Bang Coco still made an appearance and still performed decently well, because that proves that the deck is still in a decent spot. However, it also proves that with these other decks that came out, it's not the minutes that it was. We saw a lot of very powerful decks in the top 8 as well as in the top 16 that performed extremely well against other matchups as well as the Bang Coco matchups.
I just found it interesting at the variety of decks that came across, because it was getting kind of stale with every deck being green-white X.
Yeah.
It was either green-white tokens, Bant, green-white humans, something like that, where every deck had white or green in it.
Sure. And, to be fair, there's still a lot of decks that have green in them, but we're changing that second color.
Yeah. We're changing the second color, and we're also changing the way the decks play.
Yeah.
So this go around, and plus there was actually a lot of cool decks that went 9-1 during the constructor rotate portion.
I also want to state out that zombies got 9th. I'm pretty sure.
There was one way up there. Yeah. The blue-red thermo thing was really cool.
Yeah, there were a lot of really spicy, really fun decks that made top 16, and I was so dumbfounded. I was ecstatic about all of these different decks that were in the top 16. They didn't make top 8, and that sucks. That's rough.
But there's only 8 spots.
There's only 8 spots, and you can only fit so much in those 8 spots.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy to see with how the meta progressed itself and how everything kind of developed.
Yeah. So with our top 8, we had 2 Bant decks, 2 green-red ramps, which are very different from the green-red ramp decks of before Eldritch Moon.
Right.
2 Teamer Emerge. Both in themselves were constructed very differently. And then we had 1 black-green Delirium and
black-white.
Black-white Control, piloted by Blohan, who did win it ultimately.
Yeah. He did get first place. Very big congratulations to him.
Yeah.
Very nice trophy to have under his belt, and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He performed very well. I was really happy. I've been talking about it over the past couple of weeks. Black-white is in a really strong position right now. Whether you go the Angel package or you go more of like the Liliana control package, or even
that seems really strong. Stream is a bit laggy. Noted.
Sorry about that. There's probably some bandwidth issues.
Maybe. But anyways, with the I think just going the traditional control package.
Sure.
Going with some planeswalkers in there, Soren, Omnixilis, Gideon, Liliana. You got that nice core of planeswalkers that are all annoying to deal with,
Sure.
and are excellent removal, or a big beater in Gideon's case.
Indeed.
And then you know your standard suite of removal spells, and then you just go what Cletus.
Right. Exactly. So like
you don't really need
you don't
the full suite of angels.
Yeah,
you just need a few.
Yeah, you don't have to go the Gisela, Brazella, Bruna combo.
Yeah,
just
go Linvala and Avacyn and beat face.
Or to be fair, just play a Bruna with Linvala. Because I'm sorry, Linvala in the graveyard, play a Bruna, get back Linvala is monstrous. I've seen it just turn the fight of a game because
all of a sudden they gain another 5 life again.
Yeah, well, you have 3 creatures out. I play Bruna. I now have 3 creatures to match. Because Linvala comes in, you have more creatures, so I get the Angel. And generally speaking, you're probably going to have more life than me, so I gain the 5 life. Like, that flips a game on its head very quickly.
Especially since we're talking like 5/5 beaters in the air, at least.
Yeah.
And a 3/3 beater, and then a 5/7 vigilant beater, and then you're like, ooh, and it all flies.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's
gross.
It's very disgusting. Will destroy you in minutes. And it's just terrifying. It is a very terrifying list.
Rawr.
Yeah. You know, it does. I think the deck struggles against Green Red Rant. To be honest, I don't know how he prepared himself. I didn't.
Well, like he won what, 1 game, I think, in that matchup. It was close because the other ones he blew out like 3-0.
Yeah.
This one was a 3-2. He like just in the sideboard portion, he just manhandled it post board.
Sure.
Initially, pre-board, it was really tough. I think Yukishiro did make a misplay or 2, which did prove to be like really critical.
Sure.
I think one time Blohan had a Kalidas out, and then Yukishiro just goes Hangerback Walker for 0, thinking he would get 2 Delirium, and didn't, because it then got exiled, and then Blohan gets a zombie token.
Oh yeah, that is
like it was super bad.
Sure.
Like it was just like, ouch.
Meow.
I'm sorry, I just saw tell me the bad news, and there's your bad news.
Tell you the bad news. We're going to be getting to the good news and the bad news later on in the stream. Right now,
we're talking Pro Tour.
Pro Tour, man. Pro Tour. But really good job.
I'm just glad Bank Company didn't win.
Yeah, I'm really very satisfied with the top 8 and how it played out.
I think this new spin on Red Green Ramp is interesting, though, by going the whole tormenting voice. Let me get, essentially it's like Red Green Delirium.
Sure.
Turbo Emrakul, just so I get it down cheaper, but then I ramp with lands so I can get like turn 5 Emrakul, I think, or something. I don't know if it's turn 5, but I know it's pretty low.
I really do enjoy the fact that we're also seeing these emerge decks.
That's my jam now.
During the spoiler alert phase, right? I saw all these creatures with the emerge mechanic. You know, we were discussing them a little bit. We really didn't talk about them a lot, but we were talking. We're like, oh, this is an interesting mechanic. I wonder how it's going to play out. I wonder if it's just going to be another one of those cute mechanics that Wizards kind of developed.
Yeah, you're just like, oh.
And it's like, oh, I mean, you get to sacrifice something. That's cool. Stuff like that. I think that the mechanic was very undervalued. Undervalued, yeah. The mechanic is super powerful. You see it in Limited coming out very powerfully. Even in Constructed play, obviously, there are 2 decks running it in top 8 of Pro Tour. And I know you're experimenting with a 4-color version of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was 4-color emerges that were at the Pro Tour.
Sure.
That went with the team emerge just went with like, here, let me sack some creatures that produce me value, and then that's the extent of it. The other one kind of went with like a dredge package where it said, here, let me get this Haunted Dead and, like have that available to sack repeatedly for a merge, but then let me shoot it back out and get prized amalgams out of the graveyard.
Sure.
And, just have extra power on board. That's not what I'm doing. I went more kind of with Andrew Brown's list where it was here, let's run Primal Druids, Matter Reshapers.
Sure.
That way, every time you emerge, you're at least gaining something.
A 2
whether
for 1.
a draw, you're fetching another land.
Matter Reshaper is another permanent, probably.
Yeah, especially since you run a lot of low drops other than, your 3 different spells and more Eldrazi dudes.
Yeah.
But, it comes really in handy if you're running like Sanctum of Ugins to sack a Primal Druid. That way you're at least replacing that land that you're, if you're going to fetch your, with a Sanctum of Ugin.
Sure.
So I'm doing that, but, I'm adding in black because I saw, like, Kalidas just wrecks emerge decks, period. So by going into black, you can go with a little bit removal in the sideboard. You can bring in Distended Mindbenders as well. So you can just hand hate and, Emrakul's a thing and you don't really want to deal with it. Let's just rip it out of your hand. Or Blighted Fen main board seems really good. Just being able, having access to that black mana in general and being able to use a Blighted Fen game 1 seems really good.
No, I definitely agree. I think that the emerge decks are going to be a threat to deal with over the next course of Standard.
It's really consistent just with the Graveyard engine and just the card advantage you can generate with Gather the Packs and Grapples.
So the real question is though, we finally have some decks that are able to withstand Bang Coco, right?
Mm-hmm.
And actually decimate it pretty hard. Like the emerge decks do very well against it.
Yeah, the only rough part is if they're just sitting there like with emerge, you're not going to have a very wide board too often. So if they just hit you with Reflector Mage, it kind of stalls you out.
Sure.
But later in the game, when you have the land where you don't need to pay the lower cost off emerge, you can just straight up cast for 7 or 8 mana. Then it's okay. But if you're trying to do that early, like, here, let me beat you down really quick by chaining Elder Deep Fiends,
sure,
then you really don't get that win going on. But, like I said, if you can drag the game on, it's not really that bad.
So, with the release of Kaladesh,
yes,
we will be losing Coco and all of the dragons and all of the Origin stuff.
Yep. So the only card Emerge loses is Gather.
Really?
Well, I mean, some run Jace.
Sure.
And I think the deck is fine without Jace. You do get some recursion out of your Grapples and Gather the Packs, maybe?
Of course, sure.
But, Jace doesn't...
He doesn't make or break the deck.
Exactly. Sure. As your discard enabler to get Kozilek's Return to the Graveyard, the Noose Constrictor is much better and much more consistent at that.
Sure, sure.
Because people could just see Jace and go kill it, whereas with Noose Constrictor you can go, in response, dump both my Kozilek's Returns and have them engrave. Done.
Sure.
But yeah, Gather the Pact is really the only thing you lose. And I've been thinking of what cards do you replace that with? Corpse Turn, maybe?
I mean, I guess it's a possibility. What about...
It's like a
Crop Sigil work?
Maybe? I don't know. Or you just go Vessel.
I mean, that's also a valid
I mean, you need...
well.
the nice thing about the Gather the Pact is it just goes much deeper than a Grapple does. It goes 5 in rather than just 3.
Sure.
With Vessel, though, it's a little bit slower. But you get more choices, though. Instead of just creatures, you can choose to pick up land as well.
Sure.
Or if you decide to go for Planeswalker or...
Everyone wants the bad news. I don't know why.
I'm not going to GP Andy. That's the bad news. Why? Because my job sucks.
Oh my gosh. There goes Mike spoiling the bad news.
Yes. So if you want to give me a different job to where I can have weekends off to go to events, that'd be great.
Also, while we're still on the topic of Pro Tour, Turton got...
Oh, and Turton Wolf. Yeah, he got Player of the Year.
Player of the Year.
Beat out Seth Manfield.
Very smart.
By getting 2nd place at Pro Tour.
I mean, hey, man, do what you got to do. But
I thought Manfield might get it, just because he had such a strong year.
Yeah, I mean, he was very close. I definitely think that the 2nd place at Pro Tour is kind of what did it for him.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like if he wouldn't have gotten 2nd, I think top 8 wouldn't have cut it for him. He had to.
It would have been very close.
Yeah, I think he had to make top 4.
And he did.
And he did.
And he wins.
So the fact that he made top 4 definitely secured his lock for Player of the Year. Very big, very good job to him. I congratulate him as well.
Yeah.
A lot of good players at Pro Tour this year, and
Yeah, the top 8 was kind of stacked with Reduke and LSV in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that was LSV's 3rd straight top 8 in a Pro Tour.
Yeah, LSV is killing it, dude.
Yeah.
Ever since he came back, he's just killing it. So
I mean, he's just nuts.
He's always been an amazing player.
Yeah, soon I think we'll have like a Seth Manfield, Turtenwald, LSV, and Jerry T. I don't know, like
we're gonna see Ross before Jerry T again.
Okay, well, anyway, we're gonna see like a stacked top 8 very soon, I would imagine.
I agree. Probably at Honolulu. I'll be at Honolulu. That's the hope.
Go top 4 your RPT.
I hope to. I do have that event coming up this weekend. So we're gonna hope. I might be going to Honolulu Pro Tour.
What format is it?
Honolulu or the regional?
The regional.
I believe it's sealed.
It's generally what they do.
It's pretty terrible.
At least it's Eldritch Moon.
Yeah, it's Eldritch Moon, so like everyone's gonna be playing the Emerge. The Emerge. It's played a lot in the sealed. I saw a lot of it this past weekend at Gen Con.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So brings us to our next topic, Gen Con.
What did you see of that?
Oh my gosh, dude. Let me tell you what I saw. So, for those of you guys who don't know, I went and worked at Gen Con this past week and a half ago.
Yeah.
It was running the same time
The
as
weekend
Pro
in
Tour.
Pro Tour? Yeah.
I worked Gen Con up in Indianapolis for 4 days. It was fantastic. My first Gen Con experience. We got to go. I went up with another local judge from the area, Lyle. We had a blast. Good trip up there.
I saw the Facebook videos of them in the car.
Oh, it was fantastic. We were going to try to upload some videos to the Mental Misstep page, but it just didn't work out. Every time we tried to make a video, someone would interrupt by calling the phone or like calling the car. It was terrible. So we were not able to upload anything to the Mental Misstep page, which we were very sad. But we had a blast. I got to judge Legacy, Vintage, Standard, Modern, and Commander. I got to do it all. I even got to judge some fun formats like Grand Melees and stuff like that.
I think my eyes would just bleed after a while staring at that much cardboard.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. Watching the Grand Melee format was just gave me a migraine. Do you know what that format is?
I've heard. Is that the one where you can only attack in one direction?
Yeah. So basically, it is a format that was made at Gen Con.
Oh god.
So. And
this is the one where like you can only attack to your left.
Yeah, so you only can influence within one people of you. So you defend from your right, you attack to your left, and cards can affect players on either side of you. But you can only attack to your left. You can only defend from your right. That's it. Once you take out a player, you gain tickets for killing that player, and then you move on to the next player, so on and so forth, until the game ends. Now, what's crazy about that is there's turn markers set up around the table.
Oh yeah, that thing too.
So I forgot about that. Like every 3 or 4 players, there's turn markers set up. So everyone's taking their turn at the same time who has a turn marker.
But I don't think you can take your turn if like there's one like
so they
2 ahead of you or whatever.
They have to be X amount apart. The turn markers have to be X amount apart the entire time. So it's very just constantly going and stuff like that.
I'm seeing what you're doing,
Yeah.
trying to watch what's coming up and figure out what I'm going to do. I can't really pay attention to what's going on over there in case I kill that person right next to me.
Exactly. So it was a crazy format. Watching it was just ridiculous.
This is why it's called Grand Melee.
I was not...
That's what happens if you give a dudes a bunch of swords and warhammers and go hit each other in the face.
I was not in charge of that in any way, shape, or fashion, and I'm happy. I'm glad.
You're just sitting there going, are these players playing correctly?
I was like, are they supposed to be doing this? They had a judge call. I walked over. They're like, I killed someone. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I got another judge. He's like, oh, they get tickets, and I'm like, okay. But it was it was crazy. We did a lot of chaos drafts as well. Those were super fun.
I am a fan of those.
We did high value chaos too.
Somebody brought Zendikar packs, didn't they?
Yes, actually. And then we also did a high value sealed with 2 Eternal Masters, a Modern Masters 2, a Zendikar, and a World Awake or something like that. It was like ridiculously high value packs. Like it was like $100 entry fee, and I'm just like, oh,
So many fetches, please.
I can't do this.
More fetch.
But nonetheless, the magic at Gen Con, despite everything, was fantastic. Pastimes, I'm going to give a big shout out to them. Just they handled everything very well. They picked up the ball. Wizards said that they were they're pulling out of Gen Con. They're supporting PAX Prime, which is going on at the end of this month. And just because PAX Prime is closer to Wizards, it's less money for them to spend and
Yeah,
kind of
Seattle's
focus.
a lot closer to what?
Yeah.
Kirkland?
Yeah.
Is that where they are?
Yeah. So
Washington?
it's a lot closer for Wizards to just hit that at PAX Prime instead of trying to ship all of their product and stuff to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
So again, big shout out to Pastime Games for being able to pick up the ball and get that event going, and made a lot of players very, very happy.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Gen
Sad
Con
players.
lose Magic. Magic has always been a very big part of Gen Con.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's mainly like Pathfinder and Magic.
The Pathfinder had a very big room at.
Well, I mean, Paizo does like run Gen Con, I think.
Magic had a lot smaller of an area this year, obviously, because of everything that happened. The vendor room was huge. I know Star City was there, TCG was there, and a lot of
TCG Player was showing off their new tech.
Yeah, their new
for buying and selling at events.
Their new online scanner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were showing off, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty nifty. A lot of players said that it was just very. I mean, not time-consuming, but just kind of meh.
Well, I mean, I think with a new technology like that, then yeah, it's going to be that way. However, I think once it gets, like, server times are probably improved, and I'm hoping that's why their servers were down for, like, that whole day or whatever. But I think as the technology gets better and they work out the software issues, if you could just go to an event and just be like, scan my card, see how much it's worth in their systems, and then pretty much, you're automating it a little bit.
And then
I think it's going to be huge for vendors and players.
Yeah, I think being able to roll that out to stores and stuff like that, like, greatly improves how fast a store can get players in and out. Now, obviously, some stores are going to have their own personal buy lists and stuff like that, but I think as a general just buy-sell policy, I think having an automated system like that kind of goes, oh, this is what your card is worth, let's kind of go from there, kind of condition-wise and stuff. I think that'll definitely help.
Or especially if you have your posted buy list and then they go, like, price check it, and they go, oh, that's how much it's selling for there? Wow, you're actually buying that for higher. Yeah, let me sell it to you, kind of thing.
Sure. I really like the idea. Hopefully they can get the bugs worked out, and hopefully we can roll it out to some other stores and stuff like that and get it going.
I mean, I at least give kudos to them for trying to innovate what they're trying to do.
Sure.
They're trying to bring something else to the market to make a new tool. There's nothing wrong with trying to make new tools, make new things, to make your way of life easier and better.
No, I definitely agree. I think it's like I said, great innovation for them.
Yeah,
a great way for them to roll things out.
Yeah, and I think more vendors will probably try to pick up and sign up with that over time. Like I said, as the system continues to improve, and if it's just simply a program you download and then hook up any webcam, and then it depends on ease of use as well. If you're not having to buy a specific camera, and specific hardware.
So, again, Gen Con was fantastic. There was that pretty much covered Gen Con as far as kind of what was there. The exhibit hall was great. There were a lot of games, a lot of different games that were being played.
Yeah.
Settlers of Catan and stuff like that.
I mean, Gen Con's just a huge tabletop play whatever.
Exactly. Known as one of the largest 4 days in gaming for just tabletop games in general. I know there was like over 50,000 players at Gen Con this year. It was insane. Thursday and Friday, I was like, okay, this is kind of slow. It's like whatever. Saturday, there were tons of people.
That's the people that don't have regular jobs.
Yeah. So
they do have regular jobs. Now they can come in and play.
So
Thursday, Friday, it's like, this
bad.
is our business.
Yeah.
Or, I have nothing better to do. I'm taking 2 days off.
Or, they're local to Indianapolis and they can
That
kind of come in and out whenever they want. So, again, very successful event. I know Gen Con will be in Indianapolis till 2020, but I don't know after that. I know there's kind of some political stuff involved. So, whatever.
We know all about the political stuff. Yay, HB2. Thanks for costing us, GP Charlotte.
Actually, that's actually why Indianapolis might not have Gen Con anymore, because Indianapolis rolled out their own version of that policy. So, because of that...
thank you, governments, for screwing over your own local business.
So basically, Gen Con, I don't know if you know this or not, but gamers are a heavy part of that community, so it could cause some problems. But we'll see. A lot can happen in 3 years.
Gaming is about unity.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing stuff together. Okay, yeah, you can't use that bathroom now.
All right.
Let's piss off, a good chunk of your community. Now we're not going to get your business. Thanks.
So, I will definitely be doing Gen Con again next year. I'll definitely be applying for judge staff again next year. Maybe Mike can join me next year.
Get me another job.
Working on it, dude. So, but all in all, fantastic experience. Can't wait to do it again next year. Made a lot of fantastic
maybe we should
friends.
see about doing other cons too.
Yeah. There's also a lot of potential for us to be doing more cons in the future. A lot more events in the future, too. There's been a lot of exciting new developments that have been happening recently that are going to hopefully make it so I myself and the team will be able to travel a lot more.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We'll see.
I think it'd be cool try to go to like Dragon Con or Animazement.
Definitely Animazement, definitely Gen Con. I support both of those events.
Or what is it, Anime Over Atlanta? I think it's the other one. I know. There's two in Atlanta.
I know Dragon Con is that way.
Yeah, Dragon Con is Atlanta. I think the other one's called Anime Over Atlanta. I think. I don't know.
We'll have to look into that. So moving up, big topic at hand. 2 weekends from now, or a weekend and a half, I guess. GP Indy.
Yep.
Okay. So as we stated earlier, sadly, Mike is not going to be able to make this event.
Nope.
We tried to get it to work out.
Sadly, my new store cannot survive without me for a whole weekend.
Yeah, we had it cleared for him at his old store. They transferred him during the time.
Yeah, they were like, oh, by the way, you're going to a new store.
And apparently they were not able to get coverage for him. So it sucks. It's rough. We're trying to work past it. We're trying to kind of see what the team is doing now as a whole. It is still our full intention to be going to GP Indy.
If not, he is at least.
Yeah, I really want to, mainly because I've already got the buys. I will be making an appearance there.
What are you going to play, Will? Fish?
Yes. I will probably be playing the Merfolk list that we have worked on. We might make some last-minute changes to it. There's a lot of new changes to the meta that I've been noticing myself. The new Graveyard Dredge deck is terrifying. It runs Bridge from Below, and it is horrifying.
It makes tokens. It does all sorts of gross stuff, and doesn't care about your graveyard hate because it just refills the graveyard again.
Yeah,
it makes you cry.
The deck is so resilient, even against relics, even against Gravedigger Cages, just against everything. It just stomps. I saw it get a turn 2 secure, turn 3 secure. Super quick. Okay? This deck rivals Legacy Dredge just because of how consistent the cards are in Modern. So, that is terrifying.
Gross.
Terrifying. So, we're expecting to see a lot more of that list.
And then all of a sudden they go, maybe we should have unbanned that card.
Yeah.
Ban it again. Ban it again. Quick.
Quick. Ban the card. Ban the card. So.
Ban the Grave Troll.
Yeah. Just the fact on how powerful Dredge has come up makes it so running a list like Living End is going to be impossible. Everyone's going to be expecting the Graveyard hate now. So it's just Living End, like I ran at last GP, isn't going to be as impactful as it is going to be in this one.
Man.
Also, the Dredge list has a very good matchup against the new Nahiri lists that we saw around GP Charlotte. And I know a lot of people are still kind of experimenting with the Nahiri list. Some people have moved away from them.
Some are just jamming it into the other decks that happen to run red and white.
Yeah, a lot of people are just running Nahiri, Emrakul, and anything red-white now. I know I've seen a couple people experimenting with a red-white control list, kind of like a hate bear list, but with like Wrath of Gods and stuff like that. Just constant board present hate. So a lot of
Seems reasonable.
exciting new decks trying to be formed. A lot of people trying to innovate the format. I think it's great that we're seeing Modern kind of take this huge spin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been taking this huge spin ever since Shadows over Innistrad. I think that the format's really just been bouncing back and forth. It hasn't really developed itself to a solid, this is the meta now. It's been ever changing.
I think it's mostly because Wizard has done just a really good job of designing powerful cards that affect more than just standard.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like through cons and all, through that block, and you didn't really see that many cards break into Modern.
Yeah, you saw one or two here and there, but that's about it. Yeah,
like it was Monastery Mentor for a little while.
Siege Rhino.
Yeah, and I mean, you still see a Rhino.
Yeah.
But you really didn't see that many cards. Sure. Now it's like you're seeing like 2-3 cards actually affect Modern, even Legacy, to an extent. Nahiri is one of those. We'll probably see this other Emrakul float around in the deck, maybe.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it's kind of hard to be... Like, if I'm looking at Emrakuls to bring into a list, and I'm looking at an Aeon's Torn, or I'm looking at, the Promised End, I'm probably going to pick Aeon's Torn over Promised End, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that doesn't mean that there's not potential for Promised End to see play in Modern. It's just, it's highly unlikely that it'll be picked over Aeon's Torn.
Well, like I said, you just run both.
Sure. I mean, if you want to get greedy and run 2 Emrakuls, go for it.
It's just, let me take your turn and, wreck your own self with your own turn.
Definitely going to be looking at Graveyard Hate, though, with the Merfolk list.
Yeah.
I'm very
Oh, yeah, Thalia. I forgot about Thalia. Thalia is also popping up in a hate bear decks.
Yeah. Thalia is really powerful right now.
But like I said, we're seeing at least 1 to 2 cards every set go, let me get splashed in this deck over here. Okay. That seems good.
There's potential that we are working on the Spirit list that we talked about last stream.
Yes.
We've actually went ahead and put together a standard Spirit list, having a lot of fun with it. We need some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, it's doing very, very well. Let's see here.
I'm still going to mess around with Emerge. I'm going to try the Prized Amalgam on a dead thing. Yeah. See if I can fine-tune it and get it a little bit better.
We're not really comfortable on the Modern Spirit list yet to try to roll it out in any type of big event. So
I think, it's more of trying to figure out what we want to do with it.
Yeah.
I know there was talk of going Bant, Esper.
I think if we go triple colors, we'll definitely be going Esper with it.
I think Bant goes like this weird aggro zoo route, and I don't know. I don't think that's how you go with spirits.
No, I think
the spirits are definitely built to be more control.
I feel like we run spirits kind of like how you run the Merfolk list in a way.
You can go aggro.
You can go aggro. You can.
We just don't have enough lords.
Exactly. So I definitely think that Merfolk's going to be the right call for this event. I could be proven wrong. I could get my face smashed. I don't know for sure.
I think Merfolk's resilient enough though that it's not going to be a bad choice.
Yeah.
Because there's not that many decks, or not that many hate cards for Merfolk.
Yeah, as far as sideboard goes, I think I'm definitely going to be looking at probably Relics over Grafdiggers.
Those you already have in there.
Yeah, definitely going to be running Hercule Recalls for the Affinity matchups.
Yeah, I already got those.
And I definitely think that I might try to focus on a couple of spicy sideboard decks.
Surgicals?
Maybe. There's a lot of fun things that I'm considering at the moment. I just haven't been able to fully nail down exactly what I want to run. It's going to be a very interesting list.
Yep.
And I definitely think Merfolk is still in a very strong position.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm running. I know a buddy of ours is working on an Esper list that he is maybe hoping to roll out at the event.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that he does well as well.
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna kind of see who can get the furthest out of our group. Jeremy's running Tron.
Or green. Tron. I know there have been talks of other forms of Tron later.
Yeah.
Blue-green Tron.
Yeah, people are trying to get cheeky with it again.
Well, I thought it was funny. Good friend Andy brought up the fact that somebody put in Oath of Nissa
Sure.
for card selection, and then they decided to run Nicol Bolas. I was like, seems good.
Wow.
You run Nicol Bolas and Ugin as your planeswalkers.
Not even Karn?
I think it had Karn as well, but it's thrown here. You have your two Elder Dragon planeswalkers right here. One 3-color, one no color.
Raw.
But I was like, Oath of Nissa does seem like a good call there.
Yeah, no, I definitely think Oath of Nissa is definitely playable. I mean, I'd start playing
It
it.
gives you it's kind of like Ancient Stirrings, kind of. I mean, you get creature, land, or planeswalker.
What, you dig 3?
Dig 3.
Instead of dig 5?
Yeah. But
yeah, so like I definitely can see it. So like if you're running the Nicol Bolas package, I mean I think you can even do that in red green. I mean, to be completely fair,
yeah.
You don't absolutely need. You could probably shave off like maybe an expo map, and an Ancient Stirrings or 2, or a whatchamacallit,
One of the chromatics.
Scrying. Definitely something to think about.
I just thought it was funny.
Definitely something to think about. My stack list is coming along.
Yeah.
I picked up a couple of things for stacks while I was in GP&D.
I'm almost done with Legacy Burn.
I know. How exciting.
Cards.
We are getting.
I don't know what I want.
We're getting very close to just being able to have fun in Legacy. I know our buddy Andy is also picking up Reanimator stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, he wants to talk to you about that.
Yeah, he actually sent me a message today. Yeah, it was great.
I think he blames you because you told his wife to buy him the foil Entomb, or like that she buy the foil Entomb for his birthday.
Oh.
So he was like, "Did he plan that?"
I did not plan it.
So I then buy his Reanimator stuff.
No, I didn't plan it. That is pretty funny though.
Yeah.
That is pretty funny. No, like I remember me and him talking at one point that he did want to build a Reanimator, and she was really wanting to pick something out for him. So that was the only thing that I.
The more I play and talk with Andy, the more I realize like our play styles are way too similar. Because I was like, how to play a Reanimator.
Yeah, I know. You guys both play Jank.
Oh, Jank, we're just like we like the color red.
Yeah, I know.
Red
great.
does a lot of nice things.
It's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible.
Why?
I mean, just because. It's pretty terrible.
I mean, red is just like the more proactive version of blue. I mean, come on.
What do you guys think? So, moving forward.
Not backward. Or sideways.
I mean, diagonally, maybe.
Spiraling?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, spiraling.
Anyway.
So, spiraling forward. The future of Mental Misstep. Like we said earlier in the stream, we are going to be on a more set schedule now.
Yeah.
A lot of things are developed, and the positive. So we will be able to come and stream for you guys on a more regular basis now. Now, with that also being said, there's also going to be a lot more individual growth as far as streaming goes between me and Mike. As far as us being able to stream online Magic more, online Pokemon, and other activities, and keeping up with you guys as much as we can.
Yes.
And also a chance for on-camera game matches and kind of live discussions of us talking about
Doing deck tech kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Deck interactions and magical stuff. So we have a lot of fun, exciting things that we're looking to roll out here in the next few months. So I just want to let you guys know that we are moving forward.
Yes.
Okay? We got a lot of exciting news today in particular that we will hope to share with you guys very, very soon. Sadly, we have to keep it a secret at the moment, but hopefully in about hopefully in about 2 weeks, if Mike keeps making funny faces, hopefully in about 2 weeks, we'll be able to let you guys know a little bit more about what exactly is happening in our life and in Mental Misstep's future.
Yes.
Very big changes. We're very excited about it, and I just can't explain how happy we are, or at least
or how happy. Yeah. How happy he is.
The team will be working a lot together, and like I said earlier, we'll be trying to travel to a lot more events, a lot more venues, and trying to just rock it out and kind of represent Mental Misstep. So, we definitely appreciate everyone's support this far. We get a lot of interactions, whether it be during the live stream itself, on the YouTube videos. We get a lot of people asking us questions in public now, so we're very happy to see that and see that you guys are actually watching and inputting your ideas into the stream. We really appreciate that.
And then as far as, in addition to the stream stuff, I'm still going to keep trying to work on the web blog version. Trying to post content up there. Like, I'll post up my Sultai merge deck the way it is right now. FNM, I went 2-1-1, I think. Yeah, I went 2-1-1. With that, my loss was to... What did I lose to? Bant? Did I lose to Bant?
Makes sense.
Maybe.
Probably.
I think it was just because of the... Here, I didn't draw really much of anything. I didn't get to dig deep. Reflector mage my thing. Reflector mage my thing. But I did beat the mirror match.
What was that, Martin's mirror match?
No. Levi was running the actual 4-color emerge with the prized amalgams and stuff like that.
Sure, I know Martin was also running an emerge list, I believe, right?
I think he ran black-white.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because I know that's what he ran for game day.
Very cool.
And he won with that. And then my other win was... I can't remember now. It's too many days ago.
You've slept a couple times since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been working a lot.
I know, dude. Those early days are going to be killing you.
Early days. Have been actually late days since I didn't go in until 8.
Oh, wow.
3 days.
There you go.
I know.
Moving up in the world.
That's what I get for working in another store.
Oh, man.
But anyways, I could post that up. Like I said, the deck seems really resilient. In testing, it seemed really cool. It always makes me feel good whenever somebody plays Emrakul and they go, okay, you've got 2 Eldrazi in hand, 2 Kozilek's Return. I can do a lot of stuff, but what can I actually do to screw you over? I guess eat your Elder Deep Fiends with these other 2 emerge dudes. Seems really bad. Okay, pass turn. Grapple, Blighted Fen your Emrakul. Swing. Too good.
I mean, hey, you do what you gotta do, man. I definitely think the deck is very solid, very resilient. I think it'll do very well moving forward.
I think it's more of just fine-tuning and getting the right emerge creature package, and then, like, what to emerge from. I kind of want to try Lily in there. I think she would be good. Mainly for her neg 2. Mainly for her neg 2.
I think that's fair. I don't think that's completely out of the question. So, let us know what you guys want from us. Okay? We are at the point where we kind of want to know y'all's input, where you want the stream to go, where you want the podcast to go from here.
What do you want us to talk about? Because right now we pretty much just follow meta and big event reports, and then anything we go do.
Yeah.
But if there's something you want to see specifically, like do you want to see us actually play certain deck matchups, and kind of give us an analysis on that? Brewing with bad cards, I will definitely do. I don't know about him.
Yeah. Bad brews with Mike. That could be the title.
Bad beats, bad brews.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll come up with something. We'll come up with a working title if that's what you want.
And stupid shenanigans with Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid draws with Will. Here, I'm going to keep this hand to 7. Watch how I do.
Got there!
Will, you don't have any lands. It'll be fine. Street Wraith, Street Wraith, Street Wraith, get probe, get probe, get probe.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey guys, we got there. We got
there. Turn 1, Death Shadow. It's now
Alright.
7/7.
Let's go. Your move. No? No?
Alright, turn 2, Timber Battle Rage, Flame Win.
Alright. I don't know how I have 4 mana on turn 2, but I did it.
4 Seeming Spirit Guides, man. Live the dream.
Alright, alright. You right, Mike. You right.
Terrible.
That's something.
Terrible.
That's something I could do, right? Oh my gosh! But we definitely want to hear y'all's input more and kind of get back to what exactly you guys were looking for in the stream.
Yeah.
We're very excited to just kind of give back, and we might be looking at doing more regular videos if we're going to start doing deck techs and stuff like that. Kind of keeping up with the meta a little bit more on a weekly basis instead of a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah.
If we start evolving into that situation, which I'm very excited to do, if that's something that the players are interested in, or the viewers are interested in.
Or maybe bringing a few of our other team members on, or other special guests.
Yeah, I know Lyle Dixon wants to be one of our special guests. Call him out by that last name. Yeah, he wants.
I'm terrified of this.
Yeah, he's just gonna do this on the stream the entire time.
Like, Lau, are you actually going to contribute anything?
No.
It confused me. I saw him play Standard.
Yeah, I know. It was really great. We were talking about his list. His list was super, super fun. It had 4 creatures in the entire list.
Oh, God.
It ran 1 of Ulamog in the
Yeah.
sideboard, and then 4 Jardy offshoots.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the deck list. Yeah. I'm tempted to build it.
Don't.
Just because it's prison in blue-green. It's just faster prison.
Yeah. It's very amusing. It's hysterical.
It's faster prison. If that's even a thing.
It's blue-green ramp, Coax from Blind Eternities, Crab and Ulamog. Call it a day.
Or you go Rest from the Tides, Part the Water Bale.
Yeah. Because, I mean...
But let me just ramp into it. Instead of just going, okay, bounce and gain life, bounce and gain life, bounce and gain life.
Alright, screw this.
Days Undoing, bounce and gain life. Until I get my 4 Part the Water Bale and just play them in a row with Awaken. Swing for the fences.
Got him. Got him, guys.
I've done that.
I know you've done that. It was terrible.
I won 2 games before time. Yes. Thinking the ice also gets there as well.
But no, his deck was a lot of super spicy, a lot of fun.
I think I got 3rd in some regionals. I can't remember.
It did.
Like the Midwest?
Yeah, I think so. He was showing me the list, and I'm like, wow, this is terrible.
Something I would play.
But I like it. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely getting some of our other team members on here. So like, you don't just hear us talk about Jeremy and Chris and Austin.
Austin,
We're watching you.
You're not dead to us. Just because you have a baby does not give you excuses.
Austin, if you're watching this, I want you to know,
be a man,
that I love you. So, no, but, Mike.
What? I'm back.
Mike's back, guys.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we're at. And again, we appreciate all of the support from everyone. So, on that note, we are kind of in the wrapping up stages of this week's, or bi-weekly, whatever you want to call it. We're at the end of the stream for this week, basically. Again, follow us on Twitter, the Facebooks, the blog.
mentalmisstep.us. I finally looked it up. Or you can email me at mike@mentalmisstep.us if you have contributions that way.
But definitely stay in touch with us. Keep in touch. We'll be trying to keep everyone updated on everything going on. If we don't let you guys know in the next stream, we'll definitely be letting you guys know the exciting news through our Facebook and through our Twitter pages, and keeping you guys updated as much as we can. They're down below us, Mike.
Below? I swear one time they were like over there.
They've never been to the left or right or whatever that is.
Yeah. Your left, their right.
Yeah. It's never been there. See, that's the chat box.
I know. I meant beyond the chat box.
Oh, beyond? No. That's silly.
I swear, one time I looked, it was over there. It was
No.
weird. I was confused. Twitch, you scare me. Stop moving things around.
Basically. Moral of the story is Mike is getting old and senile. But
It scares me. I turned 30 in less than 3 weeks.
I know. I turned 20.
You. I turned 20. I still can't buy alcohol.
So much hate, Mike. So much hate. I love how there's 10 years difference between us.
Over.
But that's been an exciting news about me and Mike today. I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. And I'm signing off. I don't know what Mike's doing.
Well, back in my day...
Back in my day, we signed off at the same time.
Stories from Grandpa Mike.
God.
That's our new segment, everybody. Back in my day, cards had white borders, not black.
I remember those days. Those are good days. Quality days.
All right.
Anyways, have a great day.